Hey all, today we talk about the Intellia Q4 2023 and full 2023 earnings. I'm your host Raj. Let's get started. Welcome back. Intellia Therapeutics recently shared its financial journey for Q4 and the entirety of 2023. Let's dive into the company's narrative. And I think Intellia is on track for some exciting developments in gene editing ventures. The phase 3 magnitude trial of NTLA 2001 targeting ATTR amyloidosis is progressing pretty well, and dosing is anticipated in Q1 2024. That could be a catalyst for us when we get a press release about that. And looking ahead, there is anticipation for the initiation of phase 3 study of NTLA 2002 for HAE, which is hereditary angioedema, in the latter half of 2024. The company plans to present some fresh clinical data in 2024, shedding light on the ongoing NTLA 2001 and NTLA 2002 first-in-human studies. Notably, positive interim results from phase 1 study of NTLA 2002 were published in the New England Journal of Medicine, marking a significant milestone. And Intellia is gearing up to dose the first patient in the phase 1 study of Intellia 3001 for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency or AATD associated lung disease in 2024, signaling its commitment to addressing critical medical needs. In a strategic move, the company is collaborating with Recode, another company, to pioneer gene editing therapies specifically tailored for cystic fibrosis. This collaboration aims to leverage Intellia's CRISPR-based gene editing platform coupled with Recode's innovative delivery platform to tackle this genetic disease. Now, this development is in 2024. It's not part of the Q4 2023, but it's the latest development that we have here. Beyond the science, Intellia is maintaining financial strength, closing 2023 with approximately $1 billion in cash, which reflects a relatively robust financial position, I would say. While collaboration revenue showed a temporary dip to negative $1.9 million in Q4 2023 due to a one-time adjustment related to Regeneron's technology collaboration extension, it's clear that Intellia is strategically navigating its financial landscape. Looking ahead, March is set to be a busy month for Intellia with participation in various conferences, including TD Cowen 44th Annual Health Care Conference, Leerink Global Biopharma Conference, and Barclays Global Health Conference. These events provide platforms for sharing insights, networking, and possibly unraveling more about the company's future endeavors. And we could also look at these as momentum generators for the company, because the more the company is on the news, the more the enthusiasm of the investors and visibility of the company. So I think those are positives. And I also feel that the fact that they have already planned to attend all these events shows that they are being proactive in communicating with the stakeholders. Now let's take a look at their price action. Well, here we are in the chart for Intellia Therapeutics, and as you can see, each of these candles is a one-day candle. And I would say that overall the story is intact. Today I think is an overreaction to the earnings. I think tomorrow it can bounce back up again. I don't see anything too bad in the earnings. Of course, one may look at the analyst expectation versus the actual EPS and revenue. But when it comes to companies like Intellia, and even for that matter, when it was CRISPR, before they monetized the product, it was very difficult to estimate what was going to be their revenue. And if you can't estimate what's going to be the revenue, then the EPS is also dubious. So overall, I think we should not put too much weight into this miss of expectations on both earnings as well as revenue, given the fact that Intellia doesn't have a monetized product as yet. So I would say that this is a knee-jerk reaction. It will turn around. Overall, I think Intellia is on a mild bull channel, and it should continue trotting along unless there's an overall market downturn in terms of negative sentiment. And I'll leave you with my conclusions. Here is my personal opinion on Intellia. Okay, please do not consider this as a financial advice. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before investing in Intellia. In my opinion, Intellia appears to be a dynamic player in the field of gene editing, particularly with its focus on CRISPR-based therapies. And the company's progress is in various clinical trials, such as the phase 3 magnitude trial for ATTR and phase 3 study for hereditary angioedema, demonstrates a commitment to advancing cutting-edge treatments for genetic diseases. and the collaboration with Recode Therapeutics to develop gene editing therapies for cystic fibrosis further showcases Intellia's strategic approach to addressing unmet medical needs. Those are all really good, and that partnership leveraging Intellia's CRISPR expertise and Recode's delivery platform positions the company at the forefront of innovating in the gene editing space. Financially, the company is strong. The cash position is pretty good, and it's able to navigate challenges such as the temporary drip in collaboration revenue, where the collaboration revenue dropped a little bit, indicates the level of fiscal resilience. And I would also reiterate that when it comes to non-monetized startup companies like Intellia, we shouldn't pay too much heed to EPS miss and revenue miss, because analysts are using various approaches and models to come up with those numbers, and those are less reliable because there is no steady income stream which can be reliably estimated. So I would discount that. I would say that the market has overreacted, and the planned participation of Intellia in conferences in March suggests a proactive approach to communication and engagement with stakeholders. And this is good for transparency. I always complain that these gene companies do not have as much transparency as we would like to have them. So this is giving an opportunity for Intellia to demonstrate more transparency by participating in these investor conferences. And however, like any company in the biotech industry, there are inherent risks, especially considering the complexities and uncertainties associated with clinical trials and regulatory processes. Take, for instance, a reasonable number of patients should be present in the data for FDA to look at and come to a conclusion. So if let us say a clinical trial started with 100 patients and you need 75 at the end, if more than 25 drop in between, you have to make up for that by having fresh patients in the system and have 1 year worth of or 2 year worth of data for them. So these kind of things are unpredictable. What's going to happen to the participants in the clinical trial, whether all of them will be able to come for all the procedures that are involved in the clinical trial throughout the trial period. All these things are not in the control of Intellia. So we have to remember all those things, and that's the reason why it's risky. It would be prudent for investors and stakeholders to closely monitor outcomes of ongoing trials so that you can constantly adjust your expectations, and you also look at the regulatory developments. When I say regulatory developments, for example, after approval of a whole slew of CD19 and BCMA targeting CAR T therapies, FDA came back and said that they have found malignant CAR T in some of those patients, and therefore they have put a black label warning on all these therapies. Now, this is a regulatory development that you have to keep track of if you are investing in a company that's developing a CD19 or a BCMA targeted CAR T therapy, whether it's allogenic or autologous. You want to be aware that FDA has a concern, so that could temper your valuation of the company, that could temper your expectations from your investments and success of the therapy. And it also gives an idea of the success of the collaboration if you keep track of what is happening in the regulatory field with the collaborators for other therapies. So that's what I would like to say. And I think I don't have much more to say beyond that. And with that, I would like to end this video. Please press like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because this helps the channel. And with that, I would like to say bye for now. Have a great weekend. I'll catch up with you again in the next video.